My friend.
반갑습니다.
It is good to see you again.
이런 데서 각하를 만나게 될 줄 생각
I've
못했습니다.
never expected to meet you at this place.
That's good. That's my honor. Would you like me to step across?
각하께서 한 발자국
Would you like
건너시면
me to?
사상 처음으로 우리 땅을 밟으시는
If you
미국 대통령이 되십니다.
if your
I'm
excellency take
okay
a
with
step
it.
forward, you will be the
I'd be
first
very
U.S. president to
proud.
cross
I'd be
this
very
line.
proud to do that. Okay, let's do it. Come on.
여기 위에까지 올라가고
So we
It's great to have the Prime Minister of Denmark. A wonderful man doing a wonderful job, and we have a truly great relationship, and we're working together on many fronts. So, thank you.
Thank you. And it's nice to be here.
Thank you very much. The relationship has never been better, I say, than it is right now between the Prime Minister, myself, India, and the United States. So it's a great honor to have you. Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद बहुत बहुत आपके साथ और बहुत खुशी हम आपके साथ हैं यहाँ पे। मेरे लिए बहुत ही बड़ी बात है यहाँ पर। और पिछले कुछ ही दिन पहले, 2 ही दिन पहले हम आपके साथ स्टेडियम में मिले थे, जहाँ पे 59,000 लोग वहाँ पे थे, आपके साथ मौजूद थे। और आज
To be with the newly elected president of France, who ran an incredible campaign and had a tremendous victory. All over the world they're talking about it, and we have a lot to discuss, including terrorism and other things. And congratulations, great job.
Thank you very much. Je suis très heureux pour ma part aussi d'être avec le président Trump. On a un agenda extrêmement large à discuter. Il a été dit, la lutte contre le terrorisme, l'économie, les sujets climatiques et énergétiques. Et l'occasion de ce sommet de l'OTAN est pour nous aussi l'occasion d'une première rencontre. Donc je suis très heureux de pouvoir ensemble changer beaucoup de choses.
Handshake? Okay.
What is this?
Please.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have the president of Uzbekistan with us. He's a highly respected man in his country and throughout. We've been working very closely together on different things, including trade. They've actually made investments here. We make investments there. We're working together from the standpoint of the military, including his purchase of equipment and military equipment from the United States. Mr. President, it's a great honor to have you. Thank you. With that, the world awaits, and I look forward to our personal discussion, which I think begins now, and then we're going to meet our whole team. You have quite a few representatives on that, and we all have a lot of questions, and hopefully we'll come up with answers, most importantly. It's great to be with you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Well, thank you very much, everyone. It's great to be with my friend Boris Johnson. Just got a position that he's having a very easy time with. It's much easier than he thought. I was just saying, is it tougher or easier? He said, well, it's, I guess, what he expected. I think it's pretty much what you expected.
It is.
And he's doing a fantastic job. Not easy, but doing a really good job. And I think he's going to make great progress come October. Come November, but great progress for the country in the long term.
October the 31st.
The results are going to start to show in November for doing that. So we'll talk about other things also. It's great to have you, Boris.
Don, thank you very much. It's great to be here, and I certainly hope that we can make a lot of progress quite fast on trade. We've got our Secretary of State for International Trade, Liz Truss, is here. We hope to get going on that, always remembering that the NHS is not for sale.
Of dollars, $3 billion, $533 million, $525 million. That's peanuts for you. Should have increased it. $880 million, $645 million, $6 billion. That's for frigates. 889 million, 63 million, and that's for various artillery. some of the things that we're now working on, thanks, and that have been ordered and will shortly be started in construction and delivered. THAAD system, $13 billion. The C-130 airplanes, the Hercules, great plane, $3.8 billion. The Bradley vehicles, that's the tanks, $1.2 billion. And the P-8 Poseidons, and other countries can handle it. At this point, they'll be able to handle it. So it's a great honor to have you and your representatives here. Crown Prince, thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mr. President. Actually, the relation between Saudi Arabia and the rest of America, it's an old relation. We are the oldest ally for the rest of America and the Middle East.
Right.
More than 80 years of alliance and big interest, politically, economically, and security.
It's a great honor to be with the President of El Salvador. We've had a tremendous success because 2 weeks ago we signed a cooperation agreement, which is a big thing. Great for El Salvador, great for the United States, and worked very, very well with our people and have great respect for you. And I really appreciate what you're doing. The President has done an incredible job with MS-13. He realizes what a threat they are, and they have been very, very tough. And we all appreciate that. And thank you very much for the agreement. Please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, we're very happy to be here. It's an honor to be with the President of the United States and with his team. We're very impressed, and the whole team being here. And actually, for us, the United States is not only a partner and an ally, but also a friend.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to have President Ghani of Afghanistan with us. We're working very well together. We're working very hard. Our military is, as you know, over there right now and doing really an incredible job, more of leadership than fighting. We're leading a lot of wonderful Afghan troops who are fighting very hard. We were just discussing that, and great progress is being made. So it's an honor to have you and all of your representatives with us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, first of all, I'd like to pay tribute to American soldiers, officers, and civilians, particularly those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. That sacrifice can now result in a stable Afghanistan. I want to thank you on behalf.
Thank you very much. It's great to have Prime Minister May from the United Kingdom and her representatives, who are people we know very well through recent trade negotiations. I have to say we'll be doing a lot of trading with the United Kingdom, and we look forward to it. And we have gotten to know each other over the last period of a year, and it's a real honor to have you here. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President. It's good to be here. And as you say, we've had many discussions between our representatives and ourselves on a whole variety of issues, including trade, which will be important for us, but some other issues, foreign policy issues, our security and defence relationship, which of course is the closest, the UK and US is the closest we have. And it's great that that continues.
Well, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have Prime Minister Netanyahu and Mrs. Netanyahu with us. They've been friends for a long time. We have, I would say, probably the best relationships right now with Israel that we ever had. I think we're as close now as maybe ever before. Jerusalem was a wonderful thing, and I know it was very much appreciated in a big part of the world, not just in Israel, in a very big part. So that was a decision that I had to make. Many presidents were discussing whether or not to make that decision, and they promised it in their campaigns, but they never were able to do what they should have done. So I was able to do it, and I think it's something that's very much appreciated in Israel, but far beyond Israel. We are very close on trade deals. We are very, very close on military and terrorism and all of the things that we have to work together on. So the relationship has never been better, and Mr. Prime Minister, Mrs. Netanyahu, it's a great honor to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, Donald, Melania, Sarah, and I want to thank you for your extraordinary friendship and hospitality. It's always a pleasure to see you both, but This is the first time we meet in Washington, America's capital, after you declared, Mr. President, Jerusalem as Israel's capital. And this was a historic proclamation, followed by your bold decision to move the embassy by our upcoming National Independence Day. I want to tell you that the Jewish people have a long memory. So we remember the proclamation of the great king, Cyrus the Great, Persian king, 2,500 years ago. He proclaimed that the Jewish exiles in Babylon can come back and rebuild our temple in Jerusalem. We remember 100 years ago, Lord Balfour, who issued the Balfour Proclamation that recognized the rights of the Jewish people in our ancestral homeland. We remember 70 years ago, President Harry S. Truman was the first leader to recognize the Jewish state. And we remember how a few weeks ago, President Donald J. Trump recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Mr. President, this will be remembered by our people throughout the ages. And as you just said, others talked about it. You did it. So I want to thank you on behalf of the people of Israel.
Was how tremendous the people of Poland are. And I will certainly never forget the crowds. They stretched 10 blocks long down the roadways, and they were all over. We had just tremendous crowds, because I think that's really a sign of affection for the United States by the people of Poland. So the relationship between the president and myself has been outstanding, and it's really, I think, gotten even better between our countries. And I just want to say, on behalf of the United States, it's an honor to have you both. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. We are very happy to be here, and thank you for your kind invitation, and especially thank you for your great.
We're talking about Kashmir and the relation to what's going on with Pakistan and India, and if we can help, we certainly will be helping. We've been watching that and following it very, very closely. But it's an honor to be with my friend, and thank you very much. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Well, Mr. President, good to see you again.
Thanks to terrorism. And that's terrorism here and terrorism all over the world. It's a hotbed, and we're going to be stopping that. Also, we've had very serious problems with Christians who have been murdered, killed in Nigeria. We're going to be working on that problem, and working on that problem very, very hard, because we can't allow that to happen. Mr. President, thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. I thank Mr. President very much for inviting me. It's a great honor. I'm very grateful for it.
I agree. Well, again, I want to thank you, and I will get to Egypt. We will absolutely be putting that on the list very soon. And this was really very much unscheduled. We wanted to say hello to each other, and you were able to come here last minute, and I appreciate that. That's very nice. And again, we have a fantastic relationship with Egypt. Once again, we were not having such a good relationship with previous administrations, but we have a very, very strong one, and we appreciate what you're doing. Great honor to have Sheikh Mohammed with us today. A man that I've known, very special person, highly respected, and loves his country. I can tell you that, loves his country. And I think loves the United States, which to us is very important. Thank you very much for coming.
It's my honor to be here. Thank you, sir.
Mr. President, how is the process to select a new FBI director?
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have President Moon of South Korea with us. We've become great friends over the years, and it's now we've now known each other for quite some time. We're working on many things. Obviously, North Korea is the big one. No matter how big trade is, North Korea, in this case, is the big one. Will be Singapore and the meeting, see what happens, whether or not it happens. If it does, that'll be great. It'll be a great thing for North Korea. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. Whatever it is, it is. But I look forward to spending quite a bit of time with the president and I think a lot of good things will happen. I want to thank everybody for being here. Mr. President, great honor. Thank you. Thank you.
대단히 감사합니다. 오늘 문 대통령님을 백악관에 환영하게 돼서 매우 기쁘게 생각합니다. 문 대통령과 나는
Well, thank you very much. We are with the very distinguished President of Chile, and he and I are going to be discussing a lot of things, including trade and military protection and purchases. We have a lot of things on our plates. One of the most beautiful countries in the world. It's also got one of the great coastlines in the world. There's no lacking of coast. There's no lacking of ocean. So it's an honor to be with the President, and thank you very much for being at the Oval Office with us.
President Trump.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, I'm very pleased to be in this great country with President Trump. There are so many issues that we have to discuss because Chile and the United States are like-minded countries. We share the most important things, which are values: democracy, human rights.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have the President and highly respected, I must say, President of Portugal with us. We have a tremendous relationship with Portugal for a long time, and I would say it's never been better than it is right now. So I just want to welcome you and your delegation. It is a country of great beauty and great people. And so thank you. And if you don't mind, most important thing that you could have. But another very important thing is introducing the President, the highly respected, I must say, President of Portugal. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, President. Well, as a constitutional law professor, I know how important it is when a justice in your Supreme Court retires, because it's a key institution for the country. So I just heard the news, and I imagine how important it is for you and for any.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have Prime Minister Solberg of Norway. Just had a very resounding election victory, so it's another 4 years at least, and very respected by her country, very liked by her country. We do a lot of business with Norway, and I know you just bought some additional military equipment in the form of F-35s and other things, and so I congratulate you. We make the best in the world, we make, and Norway is a great customer and a great ally and a great friend, so it's an honor to have you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I'd just like to say we are really appreciating the good work that we have together with the United States, that you are our closest ally inside NATO, and we see your military personnel also training in Norway, and it's part of what we think is very good on our bilateral cooperation also. And
thank you all very much. I very much appreciate. We're here with a man who has become a friend of mine, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and Mrs. Trudeau. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And we are discussing many things, including NAFTA. But we have discussions scheduled for quite a few subjects, and I think we both look very much forward. And I want to just tell you, Justin, it's a great honor to have you both with us. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great to be back here in the Oval Office. As the President said, a lot of things to discuss. We have an incredibly close relationship, two countries that are interwoven in our economies, in our cultures, in our peoples. But we have a good partnership, and there's always ways to improve it, always issues we need to talk through, and that's why having an ongoing constructive relationship between the President and the Prime Minister is really important, and I'm glad to be able to meet with you here again today. Merci beaucoup.
I just want to say it's a great honor to have the President of China and his incredibly talented wife, a great celebrity in China and a great singer. It's an honor to have you in the United States. We've had a long discussion already, and so far I have gotten nothing, absolutely nothing. But we have developed a friendship, I can see that, and I think long term we're going to have a very great relationship, and I look very much forward to it.